Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
Welcome to Nevada Newsmakers on the broadcast today. With 1 week left at the legislature, State Senator Roberta Lange joins us of District 7 here for the whole show on an all-new Nevada Newsmakers.
Serving Our Kids Foundation's mission is to serve homeless, at-risk, and food-insecure children in grades K through 8 throughout Southern Nevada. During the pandemic, Serving Our Kids has seen a 42% increase in the number of children served, providing more than 4,500 meals to kids in over 100 schools weekly. Serving Our Kids is powered by community support and volunteers. To learn how you can help, visit servingourkids.org.
Hi, I'm Renee Summerauer, digital news anchor here at 7 at 7. Watch our streaming nonstop newscast immediately with your mobile phone. 7 at 7 is the new way for you to get every bit of local news you need in just 7 minutes. Breaking news, local neighborhood news, weather, and sports are just a click away. Reporters bring you all of what's happening in the Valley. From Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, YouTube, and more. Get every bit of local news you need from the RJ and LVRJ.com.
When in Carson City, Nevada Newsmakers records in the conference room at the Bank Saloon. Coverage of the 2021 Nevada legislative session is brought to you by Pro Group Management, workers' comp that works for you. Ahern Rentals is ready for your next project. Liberty Dental Plan, making members shine one smile at a time. And Southwest Specialties, creative, distinctive, beautiful.
This is Nevada Newsmakers with host Sam Shad, a no-holds-barred political forum. Now, from the Nevada Newsmakers broadcast headquarters, here is Sam Shad.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we're absolutely delighted to welcome back to the program Roberta Lange. She is the state senator for District 7. Pleasure to have you back on the program. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you. Thanks so much. I'm happy to be here.
And we only have a week left in the session. And the two elephants in the room have to be the mining taxes potential and gaming tax potential. What, if anything, can you share with us about the negotiations? Because nobody knows anything and we got a week to go.
Yeah, so what I can share is that there have been conversations going on the whole session, and they've been going well, and I think people are willing to step up to the plate, and that makes me excited. I think you saw last week how we put $500 million into education, and I was watching it. I was telling you this little story. So I was watching the hearing in my office, and as a former teacher, it just brought tears to my eyes. Just finally, after all these years, knowing that the investment in education was the one thing that we needed to do, and to see that happen was just overwhelming. And I think and mining's come to meet with me, and they told me they're willing to step up to the plate, and that helps education too. And so for all the teachers out there and all the kids out there, it's just, I think it's great for Nevada. I think it's great. The priorities are in the right place, and so I look forward to the end of the session and what happens in the final negotiations.
When obviously there's a limit on this time here. Do we have any idea when this is going to drop?
I don't, but sometime this week, I'm sure.
To say the least. And then the discussions around gaming, and because there are these taxes that are on the ballot as we sit here right now. Neither industry wants these taxes on the ballot, correct?
No, and I don't think we really do either. I mean, I don't. I'll speak for myself. I always think it's better if you can have those conversations and work it out. It's our job as the legislature to do that, and so I feel confident that it's going to happen. All
right, but the big decision has to be, can you take something that has been put on the ballot by the voters off the ballot?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I think that if we get a settlement in the legislature, I think the maker may be able to withdraw it, not sure, but I hope.
Do you think the LCB was hurt by the Supreme Court decision on the 2/3? So in a situation like this, that they would have difficulty being a fair player in this?
I think they can still be a fair player in this. I think we were disappointed in what came down from the Supreme Court, but
why disappointed? Because I mean, it's the Constitution.
You're right, but I was disappointed because, we have a process in the United States for our laws and how they're created and how they're enforced and how they go forward, and so the Supreme Court felt that that wasn't the right thing to do, and I can value their opinion. I was hoping that wouldn't be the case because it puts us in the situation of having to pay back that money, and so that then takes money away from our budget. We just finished the pandemic and money's tight, and although we're fortunate to get some federal funds that are coming down and some other kinds of funding, and so we've been able to fill some of the holes, but it's going to create another hole, and so that's disappointing.
Senator Ganser was on the program last week, and she said that after the LCB's work on this, that she felt that there should be a representation for Republicans because she felt that the LCB had fallen on the side of the Democrats rather than being nonpartisan. What do you think about that?
Honestly, I wasn't here when all that happened, we do rely on LCB for legal opinions, and they write our bills. We give them ideas, they write our bills. I'm not sure of the makeup. I think Senator Ganser knows better than I the makeup and how that's worked over the years. So it's really difficult for me to give an opinion, but I know they are nonpartisan, and they're supposed to be nonpartisan. I know of Republicans working in Democrat offices and Democrats working in Republican offices, and to me that's a really great thing because and the Republicans are our friends. I mean, I do stuff with lots of Republicans, and we talk, but the relationships that we build during this session are the relationships that get us through the hard times. And so moving forward, I don't know about the representation because I don't really know how it works. I just know from my experience, and I've had a great experience working with LCB, and I never ask them, what party are you for,
So just a couple of quick things. One is the Supreme Court was just confirming what the district court had already said. So that was just an affirmation there. The other thing is it's great to hear you talking about the bipartisanship, because I think so many people look at the national politics and see this huge divide, and they don't realize that in a citizen legislature like Nevada's, that not just this year but over many years, there has been a spirit of bipartisanship that people don't realize how much stuff actually gets done that doesn't make it into the press.
Yeah, so I'd love to talk about this. So I think I filled out an application for something I wanted to go to, and they said, what do you think the perception is of your legislature? And I said, I don't think it's very good because everybody compares it to the national. And I said, but if people would come up, if Nevadans would come up to the legislature or tune in Zoom, they would be surprised to see that more bills than not are passed out of the Senate 100% vote. Now, there are going to be those votes that we don't agree on policy, and they're going to be partisan, but we all like each other, we all get along, and we try to do as much as we can together for the people of Nevada.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back much more with Senator Roberta Lange after this timeout.
Tamarack Casino is giving away 2 Mercedes-Benz during the $125,000 Benz or cash giveaways. Plus, players get 5 times points on video reels every Friday. Win 2 Mercedes-Benz now through May at Tamarack Casino.
As you know, Reno is booming. Toll's development company is helping it grow with insightful design and development, building community with every project, adding beauty, adding excitement, emphasizing our shared humanity. Reno is becoming bigger. Toll's development is helping it become better, more livable, more enjoyable. To learn more, go to tollsdevelopment.com. tollsdevelopment.com. Southwest Specialties has been making the homes and businesses of Nevada beautiful for more than 20 years. Their experienced designers and craftsmen create the walkways, backyards, water features, and a variety of outdoor cooking areas that add curb appeal and value to your investment. Call today or visit them at their website and see how they can make your outdoor spaces special. Southwest Specialties, creative, distinctive, beautiful.
Tamarack Casino is giving away 2 Mercedes-Benz during the $125,000 Benz or cash giveaways. Plus, players get 5 times points on video reels every Friday. Win 2 Mercedes-Benz now through May at Tamarack Casino.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we continue our conversation with Roberta Lange. She's the state senator for District 7. Can I go back to just for a second to the mining deal that's being worked on? Can you give us any idea of the shape of that, what we're talking about in dollar amounts or anything more that could shed light on this? Because it's going to come to light at some point this week.
It will, and I believe it'll be fair. Mining knows they need to come to the table. They do a great job of supporting northern Nevada, but as you know, 73% of the population is in southern Nevada, and so it's about our whole state. And I always look at everything from a state perspective. While my district is the most important thing to me, and it should be, we have to look at our whole state because that's how we function, that's how we move ahead, that's how we can help everyone. So I think they'll be fair. I'm not at liberty to share, but I think it'll be fair.
Okay, are you in the discussions? Are you part of that leadership group?
I'm in the discussions as far as mining coming and talking to legislators about what they think their plan is. And let me just say, it is my hope and my wish that the conversations we had continue on because I really like the direction that it's headed.
All right, well, a great tease there, as we say in broadcasting. Canizaro Care, introduced too late into the session and too much opposition?
Gosh, I like that bill so much. Because I think it gives an opportunity to help people that need to be helped with insurance, and it just goes a step further than the Affordable Care Act in Nevada.
But so many people who qualify for the Affordable Care Act have not applied for it, and now we throw another one into the mix here.
I just think that that could be the case, but I think that the onus on us is to have a health care plan that's going to help all Nevadans, and I know the Affordable Care Act had that opportunity. I think what Majority Leader Canizaro is doing is really going to be beneficial to the people that really need that health care.
Okay. With the amount of opposition, because it's been stunning from hospitals to doctors, I mean, it seems like the entire medical community is against it. Is it going to make it?
Well, I don't know. I guess we'll see. But the interesting thing is everybody was against Obamacare too. If you go back and remember the hospitals and the doctors and everybody, after it was implemented, I had doctors I know come up to me and say, I'm making more money now than I made before the Affordable Care Act because at least now I'm getting paid for people coming in.
The other side of the coin is that it's been interesting to watch, and this was a big story over the weekend, I believe, in the New York Times, talking about how hospital groups got so much money in because of the coronavirus that they've utilized this to be able to scoop up lots of smaller doctors' practices and smaller hospital groups. And are actually making money off of, the monies that they got.
I had a bill about that.
And
it passed out of the Senate and the Assembly and is headed to the governor's desk. It's about hospital competition. It's about the hospitals buying up these groups and not being transparent about it when people go to negotiate their insurance contracts for. And my bill I did on behalf of the Culinary Health Trust, and they've had a lot of trouble and it keeps getting worse. And so my bill created the transparency where they had to report when they buy up groups, and then it also created antitrust language, and it created language that the hospitals have to disclose when they buy up groups, and what the people that are getting insured want to be able to do is they want to be able to steer and tier their members to the groups that can give them the best care and the best prices. And what the hospitals want to do is they want to contract with the people, and they want to be able to say, we have all that here, you should do all of it here. And that's not what people that are getting insured want to do. They want to find the best places. And it's not that they want to get a radiation group and have that group come into the hospital. That isn't it at all, because the hospital has a radiation group, and maybe people go to that, maybe they won't, but they want to get the best care for their members as possible.
Is UMC a part of this? Does this bill cover it?
It covers everybody.
Okay, because there were other situations where UMC was excluded from that.
We didn't exempt anybody.
Okay. One of the things that people would really love to be able to see, because it's probably one of the only things that's a major cost that we don't know about, is prior to service, except in extreme emergency situations, of knowing what the cost is going to be. We never find out until after the fact. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so I think that's really important, because people are surprised when they go into surgery and they find out their anesthesiologist wasn't on their plan, and they have to pay out of pocket for that. My bill didn't really deal with that in particular, but I think that what my bill did deal with is being able, when the members of the Culinary Health Trust go into a hospital, and they're going to know who they can go to and who is covered by their insurance. And I think it'll help a lot.
Okay.
And it may not go as far as we need it to go, but then we have 2 years.
Right. But this covers all insurance, I'm presuming, not just the companies.
Correct, all insurance.
Okay, I wanted to go back to mining just for a second, and not to press you
You're
further on the deal.
just trying to get me to say.
No. I want to go a slightly different direction, which is, and Steve Sebelius wrote a column about this over the weekend, is, we need mining, obviously. It's huge for jobs, et cetera, up in northern Nevada, but also we need lithium, we need boron, we need all these minerals, critical minerals, for moving forward with green energy. But you have this interesting battle with the environmental groups who are, they really don't want to see the mining. And yet, as a nation and for green energy, we need it.
I don't like our mountains being torn down. I don't like seeing holes in the ground. I did go on a mining tour. I was fortunate to go in August and go and see more about mining. Now, I grew up in Montana, so mining is big in eastern Montana as well. And I was happy to see a place. We went to a location where there was a mine deep in the ground, and Nevada has good laws for mining and how they need to get the land back to its natural state. And so we might not like how it looks when it's being mined, but I could not have told you that these mountains that I saw were mine. And they put the natural vegetation on the mountain. They make sure, it looks like every other mountain around it that hasn't been mined. So I think that mining is a big part of Nevada. And we also passed a bill in the legislature this year that if a mining company doesn't put the land back to its original state, then they can't come and mine in Nevada anymore until they've taken care of that. And so I think laws like that are good.
So let me ask you about one specifically. So you've got Ioneer with the lithium mine near Silver Peak, Nevada. Teams buckwheat, which is a form of buckwheat, but there are many varieties of buckwheat. There's a push from environmental groups to stop the mine or to move the mine because of this buckwheat. But we need the lithium. What's the balance there that we should be looking at?
Yeah, and honestly, to be truthful with you, I haven't really studied that a lot.
But it seems to be over and over every time that some, and lithium being such an important national security issue now, that we can't be buying this from China and reliant on them. We need it, here in the United States. It seems like it's just more and more. Thacker Pass up near Winnemucca, another situation where environmental groups want to stop that.
I value environmental groups. I think they bring a balance to what we do, and protecting our land is important. We just passed a bill 30 by 30 to protect our public lands, and I think that that has to be balanced out, and I believe that we can find that common ground to where we can do it. Ever since I've lived in Nevada, since 1996, we have had those situations, and they've always been resolved. And so I'm confident that they'll be able to be resolved. Nevada can be a leader in lithium, and I think that that's important not only for our state and as we broaden our economy, but it's important for our country as well.
All right, let's take another break. We'll be right back with State Senator Roberta Lange after this time out.
Located in the heart of Carson City, the Bank Saloon, a historic watering hole with a modern feel. With a variety of classic cocktails, featuring Nevada spirits, space for private events, conferences, and an incredible atmosphere. The Bank Saloon offers a great location to work and play. Come visit us. Located at the corner of 5th and Carson. We'll save you a drink.
The Do It Right guys at Nevada Heating have one mission. Your air conditioner breaks down today. We fix it today. Why sweat for days while your air is down, when Nevada Heating can get the job done today, and you can get cool again? For nearly 50 years, locally owned Nevada Heating has been getting the job done right. Call today at 323-5585 or see us online at nevadaheating.com.
Dimitri Prine here for Design Outdoor. At Design Outdoor, we specialize in all hardscapes, pavers, and walls you'll need for everything, from wonderful small yards to full-blown outdoor living. And we only refer the best contractors to make your vision a reality. Our store and backyard are located at 11600 South Virginia, just north of DeMonte Ranch Parkway. Visit designoutdoor.com or call us at 851-9499.
I'm men's rights attorney Marilyn York, and because I represent men in all family law matters, women often call me gender traitor, woman hater, and even disgusting. So why represent men and target myself with these offensive monikers? It's simple. Children with fathers in their lives are 6 times less likely to drop out of school, 15 times less likely to go to prison, and 5 times less likely to commit suicide. So ladies, you can hate me, but please love your children more than you hate their fathers.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we continue our conversation with State Senator Roberta Lange of District 7. I was asking somebody, a prominent lobbyist, about you, and saying that, it was interesting that you were a first-time state senator. And their response was, yes, but Roberta Lange was the person telling all the other senators which buttons to push in previous sessions. How do you respond to that?
I never told anyone how to push a button. I always advocated for what I thought our party stood for. And so I think that I was never overbearing, I guess is the best word to say. And I just always wanted what was best for our state. And it was great to have so many Democrats that felt that I was a voice of reason.
What's the difference between that position and actually being a senator? Because now you're seeing the other side of it, where you have lots of people coming to you and saying, please do this, please do that.
I love being a senator. The first day I sat at my desk, I felt like I was always supposed to be there. And I felt like all the experiences that I had led me to this place. And I rely on people that are in leadership positions to be able to give me good advice. I get to push the button, and I stand accountable for what button I push. And it's just, it's a heavy weight on my shoulders, and I would assume every other senator's shoulders or any elected official to do what we think is right for our constituents.
If the job opened up, would you be interested in being the Senate leader?
I love Senator Cannizzaro, and I think she's a great leader.
I didn't say to replace her. I said if the job opened up at some point.
I've not really thought about it a lot, but of course it would be a great honor, and I think that anyone that would have the opportunity to do that would think it was really great. I feel like I've had a lot of success this session. I've learned a lot. Every Friday I go to Senator Woodhouse's office and I tell her thank you so much for teaching me so much this week. And so for me it's been a huge learning curve. I've enjoyed so much working with everyone in my caucus and the other senators from the other side of the aisle about my bills. Several have passed unanimously in both houses, and that is a wonderful thing. I mean, I can't tell you what it feels like. On Friday, I had 6 bills pass out of the assembly, and I was just overwhelmed with the support that I had from my fellow colleagues.
I just want to say that one of the joys of this session, maybe my favorite joy of this session, has been getting to know you and really appreciate you taking the time to be here. And hopefully we can continue this conversation out of session.
Absolutely, and thanks so much.
Thank you, and we'll be right back.
Brian Culpa Photography was born in the rolling hills of Massachusetts, and now he can help you experience the stunning beauty of Nevada in a whole new way through the power of flight. Flying has always been a passion for Brian, and at Brian Culpa Photography, he can make your imagination soar. Brian has the creative mind and tools to tell your unique story. Experience the bird's eye view at brianculpaphotography.com.
Hi, my name's Marilyn Miner, and I'm sure you'd agree that Nevada's a very special place to live. I was born here, and my husband and I have raised our family here. I feel it's a privilege to live and work in the Truckee Meadows. I especially enjoy helping my clients reach their real estate goals. Sometimes the smallest details provide the greatest satisfaction. I'd be complimented to talk to you about your next move.
Call Marilyn Miner at Dixon Realty, 742-1280, or log on to marilynminer.com.
Safety. We all think about it. You think about it when he buckles in, when you check your mirrors and put away your phone. RTC thinks about safety too. In fact, we create it. Center turn lanes mean fewer blind spots. Bike lanes keep cyclists and you safe. Roundabouts reduce injury collisions, and all these crosswalks are designed to keep families like yours safe. Safety is your priority, and it's ours too. Every day, in everything we do.
Pro Group Management is the place where companies can find workers' comp solutions that are designed to meet their specific business requirements. As regulations evolve, Pro Group takes a proactive approach to clear the path to make sure your business stays ahead of the curve. Knowing your workers' comp program is optimized, you can focus on other important matters related to your growing business. Pro Group Management, workers' comp that works for you.
As always, you can watch Nevada Newsmakers on television, radio, audio and video podcasts, and YouTube. We'll see you on the next broadcast coming to you from Carson City. See you then.